I'm with the Human Rights Coalition. Today is August the 12th, and we're here in front of CFCF at 7901 State Road. We're here today because we are family members who have loved ones in prison, and we're concerned about those loved ones.
The Human Rights Coalition group thought out a plan to map out areas of this abuse and to begin to keep a log of the abuse allegations that are going on in the Pennsylvania prison system. Myself, I have a father who's been in jail for 38 years. Therefore, I've seen the abuse.
CFCF is the worst. I mean, you have elderly people come to see their grandkids, their kids. You sitting over CFCF 3 and 4 hours to visit. You know, I mean, people is on medication. They have to take their medication. It's no movement over CFCF. Why do people have to be there 3 or 4 hours to visit their loved ones?
If we look at the age of who's filling up our prisons today, we come to find out that they're young, African American, Hispanic, and poor white people between the ages of 19 and 35 years old.
And everything we doing today is for our children. That's right. You know what I mean? Because a lot of our children today are going, they're target to go to prison. So we have to stand up and support our children.
And I had come to see my uncle, and I think that I had immediately saw how I could be abused within that system. I think at the time, you know, I didn't like the way that I was being scrutinized and searched by the guards, and it was a male guard, and I was very young, and I didn't know. I was just desperate to see my family member, that some of the things that happened to me prior to my visit were abusive to me as a female.
I did 16 years in the state correctional system here in Pennsylvania. I got out in 1999, but the success of my coming out here and not going back to jail was due largely in part because I had such organizations like y'all, along with a number of other grassroots organizations.
When I was in there, I had to sleep in a room with like 50 people. It was maybe like 30, 40 feet long by like 15 feet wide. I slept under a bench while somebody slept on top of the bench and somebody slept beside the bench. One person next to the toilet on this side, one person next to the toilet on that side. When it comes down to it, rich people get good lawyers and they don't go to CFCF.
That's right.
If you listen to the DA speak, if you listen to the police speak, it's all a numbers game with them. I arrested so many people this week. I convicted so many people this week. It's just a numbers game.
There's no escape. It's all about profit, no stopping rape. In this place, they give no contraception for protection. So you know AIDS is spreading, infected with no discretion. They never gave reparations for slavery and bad habits. That's why it's packed with mostly blacks and Hispanics.
On the prison system, I'm gonna tell you firsthand. First of all, I'm gonna say I'm a firm believer. You do what you do, you get what you get. But there's a lot of innocent people in there. My saying is you're guilty until proven innocent. Real rap. And that's just how it is, unfortunately. Inside those walls, man, you're constantly intimidated. You're constantly provoked to take action. And even if whether you commit a crime or you didn't commit a crime, you're still human. You still have rights.
What this is really about is about power. It's about the guards' power over the prisoners. It's about prison authorities' powers over, well, the entire society, the state of Pennsylvania. And it's about an entire architecture of terror in which the solitary confinement units are used to terrorize the prisoner population. The prisoner population is used to terrorize communities of color, poor communities in general. Conditions in these communities are used to terrorize the middle classes, and the middle classes carry out the economic agenda of the ruling classes. And from this base, from this domestic base of power, they organize empire abroad. And that's the architecture of terror. We need to begin to hollow this out from the inside out, from the bottom.
The wealth of America was built on the genocide of the indigenous people here and the incarceration and imprisonment of African people.
And when I tell people that we have constitutionally mandated slavery in this country, they don't believe it. And I have them read the 13th Amendment.
Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude shall exist except for penal punishment. Prison is slavery. Read the 13th Amendment again. prison is slavery.
Resistance. Resist this chemical attempt to keep me compliant and tame. Damn, what a wonderful shame. Mind control theory. My people, can you hear me? We do this all for the love. We do this all just because, despite the poverty and pain, the blessings remain through lessons of adversity. We ask a lot of lessons on adversity. We must keep attending this university of hard knock strife. Sometimes I wonder if I'm making the grade just by filling this page, just by distilling this rage, but I'm still in this cage of flesh, surrounded by another steel and cement. Still I repent and renounce all of my sins except for that of my skin. Prepare me for battles to win, for the glory of our Maker. I one and only Creator, Allah as master of us all. During these peculiar days, we wait for another disaster to fall upon our heads, the fast that we call using these small plastic machines. We have drastic measures for drastic times and plastic treasures for plastic minds. However, let's not forget our telepathic communication powers before we destroy the telecommunication towers upon which we depend so heavily to transmit our radio waves.